Hey, this is Oliver and welcome to our, in this case, not a new tutorial, but we need your help. We are very short before releasing Pattoon version 2.0 and we'd like you to join our beta testing team. Find everything in the description below because this new plugin really is a monster. And here are the new features and here is the reason why you should join beta testing team now.
Let's go. We ready for anything given. I'm talking buried equipment. You know it's time to go get it. You never did listen, we very exquisite. Me and my army, we unsung with it. I got the plan and y'all come with it. I got to hand it to all y'all living. You got the land, let's all go finish. Rise up. If you wanna forget behind us, I'm about to go run the miles up. I'm about to make mama proud up. Don't get me started, I'm riled up. Don't get me going, my people are formed the signal, they see it and line up. The front line where they find us. Rah. We're ready at all time, it's a goal. That's where my mind is. I got my both eyes on the goal. That's where you find it. We're ready at all time, it's a goal. That's where my mind is. I got my both eyes on the goal. That's where you find it. We ready at all time, it's a goal. It's time that we ride. I got my both eyes on the goal. I'm turning the tide. We ready at all time, it's a goal. It's time that we ride. I got my both eyes on the goal. I'm turning the tide.
Yeah, so this is the new version 2.0 and this is hopefully enough to get you interested in putting your hands on this tutorial. So for all of you who are not familiar with Pattoon, Pattoon in general is a texturizing plugin, so that means you can apply textures to each footage or to any footage in your After Effects composition and do fancy stuff with that. So for all of you who are familiar with Pattoon, we have so many new features in version 2.0. So let me guide you through a few of them to get you interested in getting your hands on this piece of software. So in general, Pattoon works as a texturizing plugin, as I said. So I have simply an empty composition. I use a shape layer just to get you informed, and I apply Pattoon to that, and this is how everything starts, with a checker pattern. And this is the main feature of Pattoon, simply having your texture library organized always inside After Effects, and simply use a texture and apply that to your footage. You can scale, you can mirror, you can blend, whatever. So, but there's a bunch of tutorials on YouTube where you can follow the basics of version 1.5, which is right now out. So the new things in version 2.0, and as I said, is a monster. It is a monster. So I go back to my comp here. So to achieve such a dissolve effect, and I do this in real time, you see how fast that plugin is and how fast it will dissolve this with very little pixels and very fine details. And this is so crazy. You can do so many things and it's quite easy. So let's get rid of this. And we have, of course, in this version, for each thing presets to get you kickstarted in using Pattoon. So, for example, I have this PNG layer, and I go in. Here it's simply a PNG layer. I put a matte choker on it to get rid of these white outlines here. And so that's all. To get it dissolved, I go to the first frame of my comp and apply Pattoon Dissolve preset. Let me hide the false motion blur regarding render time, and as you see, as I scrub through, it starts dissolving this piece of footage. And that's how easy it is. And how to customize this effect or to rebuild this effect, I guide you through the new features of Pattoon. So we have a completely new displace engine, and this is so powerful. Displace engine means, in general, I go back to our comp, so this is a texture, and according to its black and white information inside the texture, the displace engine displaces each pixels according to this black and white images. Informations, not images, sorry. So you can activate the displace engine and bring the displace progress to 100%, and you see this is what is going on here. So it displaces everything which is white, and more displaced than everything which is more black. So to get a better result, I go to my pattern texture, and in this case I use a grunge one. Here we go. Let's use this one. So now you see, oh, this one is made better. Yeah, that's better. So here you see everything which is black stays, everything which is white moves, and everything which is gray moves the halfway to the whites. Okay. You have a completely new transform section. Here we go, and you can control distance start and distance end. For example, if you increase distance end, you will see everything is shooting outside in 3D space. Okay, and if you go through the displace progress, you can control the displace progress from 1 to 0. So this is how easy that will be. There's another new feature, it's called overlay, and with this you can control the displacement from left to right, top to bottom, center, inside out. So there are many presets. Let's start with left to right, and you have here your overlay center, and I bring this to here and bring the overlay strength down. So the overlay center is here, so that means it starts from left to right, start on this point here. So it starts from left to right with the displacement, as you see, and here we go, it displaces from left to right. Okay, let's bring the end a bit more up. Here we go, and now you have a cool displacement, a cool dissolve effect. But there's so many more things. You have a turbulence influence, for example, which is also completely new. You can influence the position of each pixels according to your turbulence layer inside of Platoon. For example, if you go to turbulence to rotation, you can do some kind of this, something like this, or to the X and to the Y thing, I mean X and Y, or to the size, or to the distance. Okay, and now if you go with the overlay strengths, you see this is the effect. Looks very organic, very clear, very cool. Okay. Of course, you have control over alpha, means start endpoint of alpha, so you can fade these particles over time. And one thing which is also new and very cool, you can change the shape of each pixel. For in general, a pixel is a square, as you see, but you can use the pixel as this, for example. Now it's too small. Let me increase the start to 2 and the end to 2, and you will see you have more fine detailed pixels over time. Here we go, which is cool. You have also the option in the output channel to, for example, only output displaced pixels. That means now you only see the displaced pixels. You can add them or screen them, and this is handy if you have a texture on that. You will see the effect, and you can of course apply more than one Platoon instance to this. So I apply a second Platoon instance, I drag it above this. In this case I call the texture, and let's give the particles some kind of topical look, like this bluish, and I go to Platoon, I have this texture on, I go to the blend section and I blend that so it's no longer visible. And now you see the difference in the overlay method from screen to normal or to add, and this is the end result. So it's very, very fast, super easy to do these effects. So this is one of the biggest new features in version 2.0. As I said, the Displace engine has so many different features. You have control over the shapes, the overlay, the output, the turbulence influence. One thing we have also new is the turbulence. So let's scrub through here or go back to our main cam. That looks also cool. So here we go. And as you see, it's super fast. Okay. So, and as I said, the new Turbulence engine, it's completely redesigned and you get a bunch more turbulence settings. For example, if you change that to noise, you will see you have a complete different behavior of this dissolve effect, because now each pixel is driven by this noise modifier. Also, it's driven by the texture, because the displacement in general, it's a mix between texture and the influence of the turbulence layer. So if you change the texture to, let's say, this one, you will have a little bit new behavior of your particle flow or pixel flow. Okay? So it's easy to change things, or you change from noise to a sine, which gives you this effect. And of course, here you can increase the frequency, the modulation, whatever you like. You can go to web, bring this down like this. Here we go. So complete new behavior of your displacement. You can auto speed, you can auto animate speed of your turbulence. So have a look at here. For example, let's get rid of this shape, layer new solid. Okay, Pattoon onto this. So now let's say we go to turbulence. First, let's choose a texture. Let's go to grounds. Use this one to see what's happened. Okay, so now if you go to turbulence and go to turbulence to pattern, you can see you can also affect your pattern, or you can do this to your output here. So you have a turbulence inside before you start displacing something. Or let's go to blend here and go from file to turbulence. So sorry, the blend was not the right way. So here you can see the turbulence, and here are the different turbulence modifiers. We have noise. Let's increase this a bit. Here we go. So we have noise, we have rich, we have smooth, we have spline, which could be very handy. We have boxes, which is some retro looking. We have fields. This is very handy. You have control over the evolution, which is also very, very handy, and you can achieve some very cool effects. We have the auto animation speed. So in general, if you put that to 10 and you go through your timeline, you see you have auto animation of this, so you don't have to animate that. And we have cells, we have skin, we have worms, also cool, and we have web. Let me bring this a bit down, frequency, so you see that. So you have some kind of webbish looking, and of course you have full control over brightness, contrast, turbulence to input. Sorry, that's the other features. You have the evolution, you have the rotation, you have the offset. So this Turbulence engine is completely new and got more features than the Turbulence engine in After Effects. Yeah, so this is also one thing which is new inside version 2.0. And the last thing I want to showcase you is the glitch. We have some new features in the glitch, or a few new. So glitch works also like the displacement engine. So you choose a texture, let us scale this down. Here we go. So, and if you go to the glitch section and make this active, you will see it starts glitching the black and white channels in X and Y space. And of course you can shift your pixels. So here you see the red and bluish go upwards, the green channel goes downwards, and of course you can say keep source unglitched. So here is the basic, and in some cases you don't like to have this glitch flickering around in X and Y. In some cases you don't, you just want to glitch them in X space, for example. So simply decrease the Y space and everything is only glitching from left to right. And the same thing from top to bottom. So this is new in Platoon version 2.0 to the glitch engine, and it's also super handy. Of course you can change the color channels. If you don't like them in RGB, you can switch them to what color you ever like or what fits to your glitching design. Okay. And we also have new in the texture swap engine, which was inspired by Netflix Arcane series and the Imagine Dragon video Enemy, as you saw in our trailer. Here we go. Here you see this wild texture swapping. So to achieve this effect, this is so easy. Go back to our main comp. Let's hide this one and simply put in a new solid. Hit OK and apply Pattoon to this. Let's choose these grungy lines. Okay, this is how it looks like. I change the transfer mode to let's say screen, to soft light, sorry, and go to texture swap and make it active. And what this will do is simply swap all textures according to its frequency. Let's increase this to, let's say, 12. So we have each half a second a switch. So this is how easy you can swap textures and achieve cool effects. And it will swap textures randomly inside of your folder, inside of this library. So if you change that to, let's say, we have lines somewhere around here, or go to the enemy, so you have different enemy types. Okay, I choose this one, and of course I don't like to have this mirrored. In this case I go to my transform and say single. Now I have a single image, and if I swap that, you will see this is what I get. It swaps around. And to what's new to the display, to the texture swap engine, is the texture sort is random, but you can also sort them ascending or descending, and now you got a special option to sort these in different rows. So it means if you want to have a countdown from 10 to 0, you can save your images. Here, show the folder in US. Yes, I want to have this. So this is my folder. So you have enemy A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and if you scrub through, it should be have exactly this sort. So let's go to ascending. It starts with this. Next one is this. As you see, here is this restart, then it comes this, then it should be make this. And here we go. So you have the option to sort your texture, and this is also a little new feature, but maybe a bit handy in version 2.0. So for all of you who followed this video until now, here's again the link to our website. It's pattoon.ilumydesign.de. Go to contact, fill in your name, your email, and leave us your operating system, which is important to send you the right plugin. You will get all of these presets and all of textures for beta testing. It would be very, very nice if you support us to get this, as I think, very cool plugin running. And we see us for the next tutorials. Stay healthy, and thank you for joining us, and thank you for helping us developing this very, very cool plugin. See you next time. Bye.